outside today, yeah, it's hot in the house, so we fixed my hair. Gotta get my Beyonce on. It's a little hot, a little sweaty. Hey y'all, hey y'all. Okay, I'm waving at the same time. I see y'all coming in. Hey babies, hey y'all. Okay. We waiting on Jazz, but we're gonna go ahead. Hey y'all, tag a friend, tell them come on in. Hey, that my baby. Everybody say hey, nigga. All right, hold on. I'm waving. Hey, y'all. Tell them tag a friend. Come on in. Ooh, y'all, the goat is here, honey. Say hey, Lily. Y'all better go download that music, honey. I'm trying to tell you, you can be jamming all summer long, okay? Y'all come on in. Episode 2, we in the building. We're going to be talking about abortion today, y'all. We're going to be talking about this reversal. So, y'all come on in, share y'all stories, share your experiences, share your thoughts. You know, let us know what's going on, what's on your mind, how you feeling about this overturning of Roe versus Wade. Because it's been intact for 50 years. 50 years, y'all. And they just decided to reverse it. So, while it's not a surprise to me, because I've been following it, and I know it's been in the works to try to overturn it for some years now. They finally just were able to accomplish that. I want to hear from y'all. Was it a surprise? How did you feel? You know, how did it make you feel? Were you ever faced, you know, with having to decide to get an abortion? And how do you feel about that right being taken away from you? You know, and basically, unless it's a state of emergency, even in that case, you may not be able to have one now. So, how does that overturning make you feel? You know, how does that affect your daily life? You know, like that's what we're gonna talk about today. Okay, y'all. Hey, everybody. Look, y'all still coming in. Tag a friend. Tell them come on in. Share some stories. This is Woman to Woman. We are talking amongst each other as women about things that affect us. So, come on in. Have a seat. Don't mind me if I'm fanning. It's just because these mosquitoes are out here. But no, come on in, you guys. Like I said, we're going to be talking about abortion today. We're going to be getting everybody's input, sharing thoughts, sharing feelings, sharing emotions. You know, discussing the laws that are actually changing in certain states and what it does and what it means for you. So come on in, drop your questions in the comment section. You know what, matter of fact, give me 1 second. Y'all about to get all titty real quick. I got to pin a comment. Episode 2. Roe v. Wade. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. And now let me see. Pin comment. All right, y'all. Jazz in the house. Say hey, Jazzy J. Oh, no, shoot, ain't she cute?
No, stop it.
Oh, let me slide over one, then. Child. Ooh. No, wait a minute, Jesus. Look, she come in already.
Sorry.
Wait a minute,
I wasn't
Jesus.
expecting that.
You want ready?
Real low.
Hold on. All
right. At least I ain't fall down.
Don't have me out here. She trying to sue me off. Look, I ain't got no money. I'm about to put you back together. I ain't got no money. Duct tape.
I'll be too busy laughing at myself.
No, but I was telling everybody that we're talking about the overturning of Roe versus Wade today, and we want to get opinions. We want to see how everybody's feeling. Who's that? Big Mood King? Is that, what is it? What is that? Big Mood King? Mood King? Hey, baby. But no, we wanted to get everybody's thoughts, everybody's opinions and feelings on this overturning because, like I said, it's been intact for 50 years, 50 plus years at this point. And while I know they've been working to overturn it, I know this may be or has come as a shock to a lot of people across America, you know, because like it affects the majority, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's more women than men.
Yeah. And it doesn't just affect, you know, like abortions. It affects like IVF treatments and like some of the transgender medicines that we need, you know, to help people get through that process. So it was way more than just stopping the choice, to give the right to give birth. Like how you gonna tell me what to do with my body? You know what I mean? Like this my vessel.
It's a lot. Like it's so many different perspectives. Like you can see, like for me, I think about people who got raped, and I'm like, they might not want to keep the child, but then again, it's like part of me is like, that fucker did something to you. You might as well fucking kill him and keep the baby because the baby ain't asked to be here. The baby could be a blessing, but that takes a lot to want to, I guess that's traumatizing.
It is. It
can be traumatizing.
And I see it also from that perspective, because like I think of it because I do have kids, so I think of it as once that child is here, they're gonna model that person that helped you create them, and I wouldn't want to be constantly reminded of someone who raped me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes they will, sometimes they might not.
True. I mean, every case is different.
But
every case is different.
It's like you gambling, like you gamble with life. It's the same thing. You gambling.
I will say that too. Yes, it is a gamble, and I think that not having the choice to abort a situation makes it that much harder.
Yeah. But then I also thought about this, and y'all probably gonna be like, she doing too much. Jennifer, why you got her on your show? No, I thought about, what if all this is just a distraction? Because, lately certain things that's been happening just to distract people to get them off their game, to be prepared about something bigger that's to come.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, that I thought about as well.
I mean, because you do have a point there, because it's not the only thing they overturned. And I'm not sure if everyone is aware, but they also have a border law now. So if you are in 100-mile radius of the border of a bordering state, basically, you no longer have the right to illegal search and seizure. So basically, if they can walk up to you and say, "Hey, we're suspicious," and we can search you, and you have no right to appeal it. You know what I mean? Say no, appeal it, or anything. And those, hey, Toya, Lotus, Nicole, John. But the thing is, you have like no right to say no in those states. And what it does is it puts, I think 11 major cities we have that bring in like most of the money for our economy.
Okay. Yeah.
Of those 11, 9 are within that border. So when you think about it, like you said, they're distracting us from way bigger, because it's way more than just abortion that was affected.
Yeah,
and it's way more than abortion that was overturned.
Yeah.
So we do have to pay attention.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
Like you said.
But nobody has any questions or anything they don't want to talk about, because I mean, I want to hear their perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody has different ones, and I don't.
Anybody want to come on and share a story? I mean, we could tag you in. Request to join the show if y'all want to. I'll bring you on, share your story, share your views. I have no problem doing so. If you want to chat us, feel free to drop a comment. Let us know how it made you feel. Let's see, what question can we ask?
Has anybody ever been in a situation where they thought about having an abortion?
That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, because, okay, and then would the situation have been any different if the law had already passed?
Yeah. You can say it like that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like a double question.
It is a double question. I like that one. Yeah. So has anybody ever been faced with the option of abortion, adoption, any of it? And would the law or would the overturning affect your decision today? So that's the question we got. Drop your answers in the comment section, and we'll read them as they come up, or you can request to join and share your opinion. But I will share that one time I was faced with the decision. Now, while I didn't do it,
well, I thank God you didn't do it, because you got 2 blessings.
I do. But like before I knew it was 2, I actually did consider abortion, and it wasn't that I didn't want to have the child at the time, knowing it was just not knowing it was twins. But it's not that I didn't want to have the child at the time, but it's just that I was just starting my journey as on my own, outside of college, and I had a lot going for me. And so I was presented with the option to abort my or terminate my pregnancy. I'll say that. I'm not going to say abort. I'm going to say terminate my pregnancy. And after conducting my research, I chose not to.
Okay, at least you took the time to do research and really look like, you know, some people don't do that.
Very true.
Which I think you said when you look at when people do it, it makes them say, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it."
Yes.
But then when people take the time to do it, they're not thinking about it. It's off an impulse. Right? So yeah, it's an emotional decision. It's not really a logic. You're not really taking the time to really process and think about it. So yeah, but I get what you're saying, because you said beginning of your journey. So young 20s. You
just out of college.
School, yeah. And then you ready. You like, okay, what's next? I'm gonna work. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna travel. I want to make sure I do this, do that. Because when I turn this age, I'm gonna be here. And right. Yeah, so I get it.
So yeah, it was a lot, and then you know I was glad that I didn't decide to go through with it. For me, you know, everybody's situation is different. See, Naked Unicorn almost died from an ectopic pregnancy. The surgery was basically oh my goodness, that's terrible. Ectopic pregnancy is when you get pregnant in your tubes.
Yeah.
And that's very deadly. Like, oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Like, I'm happy that you shared, but I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I know that that's a very painful and traumatic experience to go through. But just what if she didn't? You know, what if you didn't have the option to terminate that pregnancy, even in a medical emergency situation?
I don't even want to know what that would have been like.
Yeah, like. That's literally a life or death situation. Let's see. Wow. She said the surgery was basically a termination of pregnancy. Wow. So if you hadn't had that option, you know what I mean, you could really not be here today. And that's crazy that it's your body and you can't even, you know what I mean, you can't even say, hey, you know, this is something that could kill me if I go fully, you know, all the way with it. You know, and it's just, see, I'm walking and typing so fast. It's all right. We got you. But no, seriously, like, it's, men may not fully understand that.
They're never going to understand. They don't understand when you're on your period. They don't understand when you going through your, your cycle. You always got an attitude. No, my hormones, okay? My hormones.
But seriously,
they would never understand. But not only that, if they were in our shoes, they wouldn't be able to handle half of the stuff we.
I don't think so either, and I don't think that it would even be an option, like on the table for a yes or a no if men had this happen to them.
Yeah.
You know, and I was watching a TikTok where the guy was so against it. He was like, you know, what if she's raped? And he was like, no, don't terminate it. And she was like, well, you know, what if something happened to where she couldn't provide for the child? What if something, you know, what if she was mentally off?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it got to the point of, he said, okay, she said, well, if you're married and you had a side piece and she happened to get pregnant and you couldn't terminate the baby, then what? And he got silent. He could not say anything.
I can't hear you.
So it's like you have to almost dumb it down.
But do you see that's the double standard?
It is.
You can't. Nah.
It very much is.
You were so vocal at first. I need to hear you now.
Exactly. And it's like you only want to apply the situation when it applies to you. You know, and in a certain situation. See, the doctor told me I was bleeding internally and had days to live, so I can only imagine what would have happened if I had to go to another state to have the surgery. See, time was of the essence. Like literally. It was a life or death situation, and you had to go, you know, undergo an immediate surgery for that. You know, if that option wasn't available and shit to go to another state, you could have died in the process. Like,
shoot, they talking about aborting babies. You about to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Letting them have an option.
Right. So you gonna kill me for a life that ain't really even got here.
Yeah, that's why I say it's so many different angles you can look at the situation.
It is, but they're only looking at it. And I will stop and say this. There are women who abuse the system.
And I can't stand that.
Yes, and I know that in every situation you're going to have somebody that's misusing something. However, like I said, I know that there are women out here who will go out here and get them, you know, like almost like clockwork, you know.
those be the ones that always got the most kids. You be like, golly, you ain't learned your lesson on the third, like the fifth child. You got 2 more.
I mean, if the option ain't there, they gonna have to keep having them.
Now you just need to keep your legs closed. That's what you need to do.
Look, wrap it up.
Lock it up. Put a padlock on it. Lock it up. Throw away the key.
Yes, lock it all the way up.
But
but
even, I just...
It's still crazy to think that the right is going away in certain states. Like, it all, like, period. You get what I'm saying? And they did say that those states where the right was removed, people have the right to sue. That was very interesting.
What? Hold on, you gonna remove it, but then you say they have the right to sue. Why are you doing that?
They have the right to sue.
Why are you wasting time? Make up your mind. Do you want to keep it or do you not want to keep it? Which one you want to do?
I don't know. If it makes sense, it ain't gonna get done.
But you know what I noticed? The government always hits people where they know it's significant to them. So when they go to do stuff, it's always dealing with your health, dealing with food, stuff you need to survive with, dealing with water, school, because they know you got kids. I mean, they always do that underhand stuff. And I'm like, you really want control over everything.
That's what it is. It's a control thing. That's exactly what it is. They want to be able to control and say they have their hands on everything. Because I said it once before and I said it again, it's almost like they're trying to craft us to create this perfect world. And it's like the more they try to create it, the less we get closer to it.
I want a divorce. I'm going to divorce court to divorce America. Because they ain't got no sense. I ain't got time for this.
Listen, divorce and move away, okay? Don't come back.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, like seriously,
no,
it's terrible.
It's
really terrible. But you know, back to the point where you said that it's distracting us from other things. You know, now they did change the religion in schools thing too. So now certain teachers can lead prayer in school, or in certain. It's something finicky. Like, I'm not gonna give out false information, like, because I don't have all the details. But I do know that the separation of church and state, they're treading the lines with that as well, with schools and religion. So some things that were once allowed, or once not allowed, are now allowed.
Okay, but I don't understand why that was ever a problem. You wanted me to take my hand, put it over my heart, and lie to you about I pledge allegiance to a daggone flag? What the flag do for me?
That part. And you know what somebody said? They said that if you think about it, the Pledge of Allegiance sounds like a spell.
Actually, it's not a spell. If you read the words, it's talking about people dying.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like, I'll be daggone. I'll be the one that be like this. Black, you don't be it. Just what you doing? Remix. Like, nobody got time.
Oh my God.
Doing that.
No.
I'm not pledging it.
I mean, but seriously, because it was a coach that he got arrested for praying after the football game with the team on the field.
So?
Like, after the game.
Why?
He just happened to still be on the field, and they won, and he was praying to celebrate the win, and he got arrested.
So now you over here arresting people for that. You got pedophiles and rapists out here, and you ain't arresting them. You got sex trafficking, you ain't taking care of that.
R. Kelly.
Ooh. No, you're not talking about Rashida.
Oh, listen, honey. Them 30 years gonna hurt.
But you know what? For him, he got underlying issues. He got some issues starting all the way when he young.
Well, see, I don't like to yuck anybody's yum sexually. I just don't like the manipulation piece of it.
But that's the piece I'm talking about.
Yeah, like, you didn't have to manipulate. And the girls were so young. And granted, the majority of them consented to it. They weren't of a consenting age. You know what I mean?
But you had parents that consented
you
to
did.
it. They took the money. They were okay with it. So.
And I feel like in those cases,
now, okay, you could
they
use that
should be
situation.
charged.
All right, use that situation. Say one of the girls that he took got pregnant and she didn't want to keep the baby. Would you keep the baby if you got pregnant by R. Kelly?
Oh, that's a good question. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Not right now. Well, even right now.
Would you keep the baby if you got pregnant by R. Kelly? Would you keep the baby?
Or would you abort it? That's a good one.
Yeah, that's I'd be like, I believe an abortion.
No. That's a good one though. That's a
no,
real
but
good
that's
one.
good because he's manipulative.
Yes.
You think about all that. That's traumatizing.
It very much is, and like, I hope that the parents and the women involved did get like psychological help, because me just seeing some of it was traumatizing for me. And like I said, you know, I know everybody experiences things differently, and everybody, you know, takes things in differently, and they process it differently. However, if it was traumatizing for me, and I'm a grown woman, imagine how traumatizing it could have been for a 16, 17, 18-year-old going through it.
That's
you know what I mean? Because at that age, I didn't understand what I know now about sex.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
even
It's a
to
huge
know
difference.
the kinks and stuff that you can get into safely and consensually. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that at 18. I didn't know that at 17. You know, and just imagine what he was able to do because they didn't understand. And that's what, that little piece right there is what makes it like, ooh, you know.
Took advantage.
Yeah, you really did, for money, basically. You basically bought these girls from their parents and did what you wanted to do.
I'm not an object.
But that's the message to the United States, honey. We are not objects. We are human beings. We are things that have emotions, feelings, all that. And you can't just tell somebody what they want to do with their body. You know, like, you have to consider all areas.
Look at everything.
Yes.
Maybe you can make it, okay, you can get an abortion if you have a life-threatening situation. Maybe they need to go back in and tweak it instead of just saying.
But I mean, I would even say, like, you don't have to stop it. Maybe limit it.
That's
You get
true.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, because, I mean, the chick that created the law because of her foolery, it was her third abortion, right? Third or fourth? Yeah, she kept getting pregnant and getting aborted. It was a white woman getting pregnant by a black guy. And she kept going to get the abortion. So that's how this all even got started.
But that's abusing the system.
I know Susan be doing that. Susan get on my nerves. She always...
Oh, my God.
I mean, she one of them ones that be coming around the black neighborhoods to the clinic to get tested instead of saying that her neighborhood messing up our statistics.
I was about to say to
Messing
get the
up our
statistics.
numbers.
Yep. To get our statistics.
That's what they do.
Statistics higher. So they will report out that it's us and not them.
I'm glad I'm not a pharmacist, so I don't work at a clinic. I'd be like, boo-boo, wrong neighborhood. You belong over there. Where you from? Wrong zip code. Going back over there.
No, but I read, even in lower income areas where there are opportunities to get abortions, that they would have certain special hours for higher income clients before the general public would open. And those higher income clients would come in unknowingly to the public, and they would just, you know, pay and go on about their day. So, I mean, it's well more than they're sharing. However, it's going to affect everybody, because it's, like we say, you now get your mistress pregnant, honey, you going to have to deal with that yourself. You know, it's no more of, hey, it's no more of, you know, we're gonna thug this out and gonna give you this smooth 375.
Look, listen, I hope she pretty.
Yeah.
Y'all better stop sleeping with any and everybody.
I mean, now
that's the problem. Stop sleeping with any and everybody. And then some women, not all women, because some women are real funny about that. They like, nah, what you doing? You get away from me. But some women, they just always up in the guy face doing this, doing that, and it's like, you need to slow it down, bring it back in, unless you want a baby. I think also maybe this is a lesson learned to teach people to be more responsible.
Yeah.
In a little way. And then the other thing is, when you talked about parenthood, they always got them in black neighborhoods.
The Planned Parenthood?
Yeah, they got them just standing up. I'm like, you know what? They just trying to keep our baby.
Somebody else mentioned that as well, and they said that it's going to affect the black maternal rate so much because I don't know if a lot of people are aware, but you can't really trust doctors as a black woman, even like an OB or a gynecologist, anything like that, because we have a higher death rate
Yeah, they do that on purpose.
Yeah.
They don't want us create more light.
Yeah,
they don't like us.
So they will try to, I won't say cause a complication, but if you have a complication, you're less prone to walk away. You know what I mean? Than other counterparts, I'll say, and other nationalities and other races. So, you know, that was brought up too, that the fact that we can't now have access to abortions, such as in that need, like, you know, Naked Unicorn needed, it would kill us. And nobody's going to speak up and say nothing because nobody cares. So it's a lot to think about. You know, it's a whole lot to think about. It's well more than just, oh my God, I got pregnant, let me go abort my baby. Like, no, it's health concerns and health risk involved. And you can mess up some people's lives, honey. You can mess up some people's lives, because like we said, the mistress can't get rid of that baby no more. Now, I will say I support my state in their decision to keep abortions legal. Because the mayor...
North Carolina?
No, Virginia.
Oh.
We kept abortions legal here. The mayor did have a...
That's because LeVar needs some babies, girl. He didn't propose and got
he
wants some babies. That's what that is.
He get mad. He
wants some babies.
He definitely wants some babies coming on the way. But no, he did have a press conference once the overturning was official and the Supreme Court put it out there for the public. I know that the mayor of Richmond held a press conference to say that he is not going to repeal back. And Virginia as a state is not looking to repeal back on legal abortions. So they will remain legal in Virginia, which is, I mean, it's good to know. It's good to have that option.
Yeah, population about to go up.
It is.
It's already changing. I can tell with the traffic.
See, so many mishaps can happen. I've known someone who got pregnant while using a condom, also on birth control. Then they're stealthing and rape. They're not considering the horrendous acts at all. Oh, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, you gotta be a little more responsible if you take that route. Now, don't get me wrong. Have your fun, do what you want to do, but just be responsible and be mindful. Like, if you know dude is outside, as they always say, I'm outside.
You mean community
outside, and he like to share and care, and don't like to keep his feet, other objects to himself. Yeah, wrap it up, but at the same time, you know, it's a gamble. It's a gamble.
I mean, but it always has been. It's just now, it's like an extra safety option gone.
That's true.
In a way of speaking, it's almost like you took my safety net. So now that I don't have a safety net, I got to play with caution. That's kind of what they did.
Pull out.
I mean, that's kind of what they did.
Back up.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, y'all took the option away now, so a lot more people gonna have a lot less to say.
That's true.
Cause now I gotta do more.
That's true.
I'm serious. That like condoms gonna be at an all-time high.
Oh, it's probably like $30 a box now.
Oh, you know, with inflation, we didn't think about that.
It's
the price of condoms are about to go up.
Yeah, 30. It might reach 45.
Yeah, the price of condoms
don't try to split the condom in half and use half for later, half for now, half for later. Don't do that.
Oh, you know what? Just thought of a post. I'm gonna give y'all some condom alternatives. How about that?
She would be the one.
Condom alternatives.
This is nasty.
I mean, you know, if they do rise the price of a box of condoms, you know, we need to know what we can do, because we can't have no abortions. So we gotta find some way around it.
That's true.
You know, I don't want y'all slipping up and saying you're stuck. So
you stuck.
You know, I mean, just want to make sure everybody good. But no, I think I'm gonna have to do that.
Well, didn't you say you knew a company? I think it's like a sex company. They have their own condoms.
Yeah, I love B condoms. B condoms is black owned.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
they're in Walmart. Yeah, we could probably get B condoms on. I'll message them and see what's up. But they're definitely in Walmart, and they're black owned. If y'all want to go ahead and support them,
you know they high still.
I mean, no, they're
and with the inflation, they ain't go up at all.
I say about $20 for a decent box.
What is a decent box?
12. I said between $12 and $20.
Oh, I thought you were about to say a 4-pack.
No.
Like, hold on, wait a minute.
No. Listen, are they enlarged? Yes. Let's see. I got some condoms this past weekend. Go ahead, stuff. But no, they do come in all sizes. It's a black-owned company. Y'all are gonna love them. I'm waving at y'all. These my people coming in. But they're a black-owned company. They're in Walmart. You can also find them at B Condoms on Instagram. I'm gonna always say you shop black-owned first. However, wrap it up any way you can. I am gonna do a post with alternatives for condoms because condoms ain't the only thing you can wrap up with. But they the safest. I mean, I would think it's the safest, but
do not use saran wrap because we
we
need that for the cookout, for the salad and the deviled eggs. Do not use
you could use saran wrap if you're low on cash.
We need it for the cookout, for the deviled eggs, the salad, and we need it for it's the pasta salad. We need it.
Yeah,
don't use no saran
for the pasta salad.
We ain't gonna have no saran wrap.
No. But seriously, if you need to, I mean, it is one of the alternative options.
It's a barrier. Yeah, I get it. But
like, I mean, it's if you wrap it right, it ain't gonna move.
You play too much.
Oh
man.
I mean,
I don't want to know what the process is to take it off after all that.
You know what? Matter of fact, I should do that on fan base. I should wrap a dildo in saran wrap and try to stick it in.
Oh my gosh.
That would be hilarious. Yo. Tell that man to get it snipped off. He doesn't want kids. Oh yes.
Huh?
Yes, vasectomies. And Toya says she can't.
She can't.
Vasectomies are always a safe option for men, and they have like less side effects than tying your tubes for a woman.
They are not gonna do it. Men are not built like women.
Shoot,
they are.
Y'all better take y'all tail up in there.
How can I say it? Not all men. Some men are super sensitive.
They are,
and so dramatic. And yeah, why? I don't understand why y'all women.
No, but seriously, vasectomies are like one and done. Like
that's
snip,
true.
Boom, and you out the door. You ain't got no downtime.
I don't like the way you make that sound.
Snip,
that
boom.
hurt. Ooh, that had to hurt.
The snip, boom.
Yeah.
I mean,
or I hope it. You snip and the thing hit the ground.
Oh my God, no.
And then you get a little rolling.
Oh my God.
Stop acting crazy.
But no, seriously, it is very, 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 very safe procedure for men to do.
But I bet you when you look at the percentage, it's less because they're not going to do that.
They don't do it. They don't do it. But it's a very safe and effective procedure. And it doesn't harm a man's body long term like birth control does. You know, you don't have to endure the possibility of never having children from somebody doing a wrongful procedure. You know, you don't have to worry about your life being on the line. You know what I mean?
But in a way, men are created to help.
Yeah, but snip that mess off if you know you don't want no kids.
Help the woman, and she bears life in her, but he's helping the starting stage.
Lorena Bobbitt. They pussies, yes. Very much so. She said a cigarette pack wrapper. Oh my Lord. Now I ain't telling nobody to do that.
She done got creative. Next thing you know, somebody gonna be like a Capri Sun. Oh hell no. Capri Sun.
No way.
I mean, TikTok be putting out some interesting stuff.
TikTok do though, I can't lie. However, like, you do have to realize, men, that there are other alternatives to birth control for women, and like to us getting abortions once we are pregnant. Like, there's other options and safer options for y'all.
Like, if somebody got me pregnant and said they didn't want a baby, okay, good for you. I'm keeping my baby.
Oh yes. Now in that situation,
I'm keeping my baby.
Yes.
And you're gonna have to see us all the time on the gram, posted up, having fun. I'm keeping my baby.
Oh, Mr. K is in the building.
I'm keeping my baby.
But no, I definitely agree there. Like I said, I think it depends on the situation, but I do think that the choice belongs to the person. You know, because not to put it out there, but everybody doesn't have a happy pregnancy. Because I did. Like, I'm not saying that it wasn't joyous. I wasn't glad to be bringing life into the world. I wasn't happy to see me in other person or in another person. But I wasn't happy. Like, I felt bloated. I felt like I couldn't do anything I wanted to do. Now, granted, like I said, I was very young, you know, and I was at that stage where I just hit 21 and I couldn't drink. And, you know, I'm sitting out watching my friends go club and travel, and I'm sitting at home with a big belly. And I'm like, dang, this ain't no fun. You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, for real, like, being pregnant is not fun for everyone. And,
your body's changing and trying to adjust to another life inside.
Exactly, and that's highly uncomfortable for a lot of us.
And sometimes you gotta talk to it.
See, if a man says that he supports women and does not want kids, get a vasectomy. Thank you! Get a vasectomy. If you know you don't want kids, get a vasectomy.
Yeah, but
it's a safer option.
I mean, I hear what he's saying, but I'm just saying it's so many men that ain't gonna be willing to do that.
None are. See, snip, snip. Snip, snip, motherfuckers. Listen, I'm with it. I'm with it.
They not. Some men ain't gonna be willing.
But I don't think they press the issue as much either, because.
So my next question is.
Oh no.
What? I ain't asked nothing.
You got the little finger going.
I asked about nobody answered about the R. Kelly one.
Oh, I will ask again. So, if you happen to get pregnant by R. Kelly, like present day, would you keep it? And would the law overturning change your decision? That's our question. That was our first question, or first two-part question. And then what's your next one?
The next one I was getting ready to say, what if they put this law about abortions, but what if they say something about, you know, men getting vasectomies as well, making that a law?
I would be okay with that.
Okay, so...
Like, what you mean, though? Like, against it or for it?
Like against them doing it. What if they did a 50-50, both men and women? Well, she's not going to do it.
We're going to be real overpopulated.
But see, you know, that's the problem.
Hey, lightning bug.
That's the problem now, though. I don't know. I really feel like they're doing everything to cut and kill the population down. They tried it with COVID. It wasn't as successful.
So now they need something else?
Trying to find something else. Same thing with the whole monkeypox thing. Talking about something, you get it from messing, like, it's a sexual, it comes from sexual contact from a gay person. I saw it when it first came out, it said something from a gay person. I'm like, y'all trying to start.
Yeah, they're just making stuff up.
Like, come on.
They are.
I'm like, really?
I do think the media puts a spin on things, how shall I say, to grab your attention about it. I don't think necessarily that everything that's put out is factual information. I think a lot of it's falsified, like I said, to get our attention. So, hey y'all. Yeah, it's like Toya says, it's about the money. It's all about money and control.
And I knew it was definitely.
It's about money and control.
They put that spin on it with the COVID thing, because when I kept seeing all this red, and then I looked at the numbers. I don't know if it's because I was taking statistics at the time. I looked at the numbers. I said, hold on, wait a minute. The map said this. Let me look at this bar graph again. Your numbers off. They're not even matching.
They don't match.
I was like, you know what? I'm cutting you off.
They never do, though. If you really pay close attention to, like, headline news, local news, and then what's put out in social media, none of it really agrees with each other. It's all different information. And you kind of have to pick and choose what you're going to believe, or what bits and pieces of it you're going to, you know, find as factual information. And it's crazy.
Time to do homework.
Yeah, you definitely have to do your research. I just want y'all to know, you definitely have to do your research, because you can't take anything as law anymore. Anywhere, pretty much. And for the states that do still allow abortion, they're going to be so slammed. And what I see coming next is a limit on the amount of abortions per day that you can do, like they did with the plastic surgeries for Florida.
I didn't hear about that.
Yes, for BBLs, you cannot do more than like 10 or 12 a day or something like that now in Florida, because they were getting that popular. And I do foresee that happening with abortion, because you're going to have so many people running to states that are allowed to still do them. In those states, you know, those surrounding states that you can't, that it's going to be a flood of people. and they're not going to be able to handle the capacity. And that's where I see things moving to. See, in no other circumstance are humans forced to use their bodies to save a life. So if that's the argument for stopping abortions, then we should make everyone give blood, donate organs. I agree. If that is going to be the argument, then everybody, once they die, if you have the organs to salvage, you should be an organ donor. You know, you should make it like a daily, not daily, please not daily, but maybe like a yearly requirement to give blood. I mean, if we really talking about saving lives.
They ain't giving my blood.
But even going back to like a vasectomy, if you know you don't want kids and you're not trying to create none, like.
But the organ donor thing, even with that, you gotta be careful.
You do.
Because like if the ambulance pick you up and they see that you an organ donor, they ain't even gonna try to save you. They're gonna sit there and just let you die on that ambulance ride. And say, oh, we died in the midst of on the way to the hospital. They don't care. They just want what they want.
It's all about money and control. It's all about money and control. You can't even take an organ from a fucking corpse without consent. Oh yeah, you really can't. It's against the law to do.
Somebody did that though.
Yeah, and they went to jail. It was a funeral home director. He was taking organs out of the dead corpse, and he was having sex with her.
There was another young man who got killed in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Some young white boys had ganged up on him.
Mm-hmm.
One of the white boys' dad was a sheriff. They found his body rolled up in a gym mat.
Oh, I saw that story.
And so when he got to the funeral home, he was
empty.
Yeah.
They took his organs.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember that story. It was a high school student.
And I said, oh my God. And I cried because I saw what he looked like before, and then I saw
the cavity. And yeah, it was a drastic difference.
Crying, like, what you mean?
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, them little boys know what they did, and that sheriff know he covered that up.
Yeah, they covered that up because them people were looking for that boy for 2 whole days before they found him under the bleachers, rolled up in a road. That was a very, like, really hard story to read. That was a very hard story, but I do remember exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, and when they got his body, it had no organs in it.
Yep, he was empty.
So they looked into the school and what some of the coaches and staff were doing to see if they were selling organs, and come to find out they had done it before or something. It was crazy. I do remember that. But I mean, all in all, is to say we live in a world where we have to do our own research and we got to look out for our own backs now. Pretty much. So wrap it up. If you know you going hoeing, I'm not gonna say don't hoe because we all do it. I mean, we do. Just be safe.
Don't hoe.
Just be safe in your wholeness, in your whole travels.
Well, I mean, I think that whole travel is
your wholesomeness.
Oh my God. No, I was getting ready to say it's just about you need to protect yourself regardless.
Yeah, from way more than pregnancy. Yes, you do. But like it was said before, I was actually on birth control when I got pregnant. So
okay,
you know, it doesn't always.
It's not effective.
Yeah. I mean, you do have a 0.01% chance.
All right, calm down.
Sorry. But you do have that 0.01% chance always, and I mean, in certain cases that do happen.
Now I know somebody who said that she went in to her OB/GYN for her annual, and she kept saying to her, "Why don't you get on birth control? Why don't you do it?" She said, "Because I don't want to." She said, so while she's in there looking at everything, she heard, like, she went in, but then she heard a click. She had put birth control inside.
Oh, wow.
And she said, I just told you I didn't want to do that. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I was like...
Wow. I mean, I've had doctors look at me crazy because I have endometriosis. And for anybody who has endometriosis, you know, every time you go to the doctor and complain about a cramp, they're going to push birth control down your throat. That seems to be their only option or offer for a solution when it's very much not.
Shoot, Yanni's things can help you with that.
Yes, Yanni's things, pelvic floor exercises. You actually need to go to like a pelvic floor specialist. Yep. It's a lot of things you can do other than run to birth control, but they're not going to tell you that because they want you to invest in the birth control. You know, they get more money for us taking the birth control.
Always.
So, you know, you got to do your own research these days. Come to somebody like me if you need somebody to talk to, you know, or research.
Your mama gonna be asking what happened to the saran wrap you were supposed to bring to the cookout.
And the rubber gloves.
And just say J. Marie. Just say J. Marie.
Listen, I'll take the blame for that. That's
Just
something I'll take
J.
the blame
Marie.
for. I don't mind if you got a little pleasure out the deal.
Oh
I'll
my
take the blame.
gosh.
I'll take the blame then. I'll be like, yeah, that's my fault. But it felt good, didn't it?
Oh my goodness.
But y'all, we're going to go ahead and get out of here for today. We kept y'all a little longer today. Y'all was entertained. Y'all came on through. But if you feel the need to still share your story, by all means, hit us up in the anonymous question box. The link is in my bio. Share your story. I am going to repost this on.
And can somebody answer my question?
Oh, we're going to post that in the stories.
Anybody.
We're gonna post that in the stories. The question will be posted in the stories. So y'all definitely go check that out. We're gonna post, would you get pregnant if you were to get pregnant by R. Kelly today? How would that affect your decision with the recent overturning?
I bet you some people say I ain't aborting it. I'm gonna get my money. I'm gonna get my money.
We ain't got none now.
Well, one way or not, we gonna find a way to get this money. The
or
economy
another.
is terrible, but you gonna give me my money. Your lawyer better find a way to scrape up some
I
money.
cannot. Them 30 years, child. Woo. But anywho, y'all, we want to thank y'all for joining us for another episode. We will see y'all next Wednesday. This was lovely. Hope y'all learned a little bit or felt comfortable enough to share, you know, your experience, your thoughts, your feelings, emotions, all of that about the recent overturning of Roe versus Wade. And if you want to catch the repeat, by all means, hit us up on Fanbase, okay? Link is in the bio for all you gonna need. And we'll see you next Wednesday.